Hey guys, it's Stasia and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to wrap up the month of June. Last month I started this thing where I kind of show you my book haul, like everything I got in the month of June book-wise, and go over the things I've read because like I've said before, I don't acquire enough books to make like an entire video for just like a June or like a monthly book haul. So first we'll go into the things that I got. So I got 2 books and a book box. So these 2 books were both gifted to me by 2 great friends of mine to congratulate me in going back to school because I started school again in June. The first one is You Say It First. I have no idea what this one is about, but I'm here for all the contemporaries, so this is the first one I got. And then my other friend got me Yes, No, Maybe So, and I've actually already read this book, but I enjoyed it to put it on my wish list because I wanted to own a physical copy. I love Becky Albert's Holly, so this was very nice to receive. Next I got a book box, and this is Spearcraft book box. I did like a one-time purchase because of the like fandoms they said that was going to be in it. I was very interested. So the theme for it is From Tokyo with Love. And yeah, so I'll just go through everything that came in here. So first is a candle. It's a cherry blossom inspired candle, so it's just pink on the inside, which I love. And then there is the label, maybe, and there is the simple label. It's just a cute little tin, so that's nice. Then we have socks inspired by Kiki's Delivery Service, which is like an animated movie by Studio Ghibli. If you don't know who they are, they're amazing. So we got some socks, and also Kiki's Delivery Service. We got a wallet that comes with like the wrist, so you can strap it on and it could become like a wrist wallet. So that's the second thing, which is super cute. I love these Studio Ghibli movies, so this was just perfect. Then we got a Sailor Moon scrunchie, if you guys can see that. It is Sailor Moon. There are the Sailor Guardians on them. Super cute. If you don't know, I love Sailor Moon. You should know that if you've watched any of my like before I moved video. I did like a bookshelf tour and I showed you guys all my Pop Funkos, which yeah, I have all of the Sailor Moon Pops. I'm just missing 1 and then a 3 set, so we'll see how that goes whenever I'll complete it. And then we got this super cute boba tea enamel pin, which is really cute. I love it. I think it's so cute. And then that is everything. So then the book that we got came with a letter from the author and then a signed book plate, and that book is Tokyo Ever After. I'm very excited for this one. Oh, it's a gorgeous blue. I have not read it yet, but I am very excited to read it. The entire premise sounds really cute, so hopefully I enjoy that. And yeah, so those are all of like the book mail type things that I got in the month of June. Now we will go into my book wrap up. So in the month of June, I read 6 books, and that totaled up to 2,192 pages. Of those, I read 2 contemporary, 1 dystopian, 1 fantasy, and 2 romance. So that's how my month went. So the first book that I read was actually an ARC, and it is called Where It All Lands by Jenny Wexler. This comes out on July 6th, so this video could be going up before, it could be going up after. Either way, I highly recommend you guys pick this one up. So I gave this one 5 stars. It's basically about this girl, Stevie, and 2 guys named Drew and Shane. So at the beginning of the book, there's 2 parts. So part 1 is heads and part 2 is tails. Basically, the premise of the book is both Shane and Drew are very great friends. Stevie moves in to the neighborhood and they're both really into her. So what they decide to do is flip a coin to see who gets to like ask her out and shoot their shot. So basically the first half is all about if it landed on heads, how it would go if she were to connect with that guy. And then there's a part 2 that is tails. It's literally exact same story. So like everything is the same with Stevie, but it just changes like interactions because she's no longer focusing on one guy, she's focusing on the other. So I loved it, gave it 5 stars. I was confused at first. What the synopsis says, that's not what I got at all, but I loved it so much. So I was confused starting part 2, but then once I understood what was going on, absolutely loved it. The ending crushed me. I literally bawled my eyes out. Like, it's not even a joke. I was literally bawling my eyes out. I could not stop. So, highly recommend this one. If you do have the opportunity to pick it up, definitely recommend you do it. And if you have read it or you plan on reading it, please let me know because I need people to talk about this with. The next book that I read was for the Book Boyfriends Are Better book club, and that was Written in These Stars. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. Really loved it. This is a very like grumpy sunshine romance. It's sapphic. It follows Elle and Darcy, and honestly I just loved both of their characters. I loved the side characters. Everything about this book was really cute. Some of the scenes like I just didn't vibe with, so that's fine. The beginning was a little bit slow for me, so it took me a little bit to get into it, but once I got into it I could not put it down, so I also recommend this one. Next, I read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This was actually a reread because I was supposed to read, I was supposed to finish off the trilogy last month, but I didn't end up getting to it. You'll see that in my TBR. So I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. This is probably one of my favorite dystopian novels. I also watched the movie. I did vlog it, but I unlisted it because I didn't end up doing the rest of the series, so I just didn't feel like having it on my channel anymore. So I ended up giving it 4 stars. If you don't know what The Hunger Games is about, it's about this girl named Katniss, and there are 12 districts. Basically, every year, 2 people from each district, a boy and a girl, get called, I guess, to go into this thing called the Hunger Games, where they basically fight until the death. And that's this one. Next, I read Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. I gave it 5 stars. Colleen Hoover is still on a streak with 5 stars with me. Absolutely loved it. The characters were so good. I don't have the book in front of me because I read it via ebook, so I cannot recall the name of the characters, but the main girl, loved her. The main love interest, amazing. It basically follows this girl who just loses her mother to an overdose, so she ends up going to stay with her dad, who she doesn't really have a connection with, but she does it anyways because she has nowhere else to go, and she meets a guy. It's Colleen Hoover. You know, there's gonna be problems, it's gonna be real. That's just what Colleen Hoover does. Next, I read ACOTAR. Yay, Stasia, you did it. I gave it 3.5 stars. It's not my favorite fantasy. I mean, I guess that I don't really know what that means because I don't read a lot of fantasies. But I found the beginning, like, quarter to a half to be the most boring thing I've ever read. I needed to get the audiobook to get through it, and I feel like that's not really a good sign in how well I liked it. I found it boring, hated Feyre's family, literally hated them to no end, so they were not my favorite at all. 3.5 stars is pretty average for me. Like, I didn't love it, didn't hate it. Not sure if I will be continuing on with the series yet, but I guess we'll just need to wait and see if I ever get around to that. And then the last book I read was A Man Called Uwe. I believe that's how the audiobook said it. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. It's a very unpopular opinion. I didn't care much about the side characters. I did care about, like, Uwe's story a lot, so I really enjoyed him. But the actual side characters I didn't care that much for, so I found a lot of it to just drag. I know it is a very character-driven novel, and since I didn't care about all the characters, I was just like, okay. It didn't make me cry or anything, so I didn't have that much of a connection with any of the characters. Kind of just read it. But now, I did enjoy the writing style, so I do want to read more from Frederick Bachman. I just feel like this specific one maybe would not have been a favorite, but I gave it 3 stars, like nothing against it. It wasn't like a bad book or anything. It just felt like middle of the road for me. It was just fine for me. So that's why it got a 3 star. Nonetheless, that is my wrap up. Really short because I didn't really read much, but if you enjoyed, you can like, comment, and subscribe down below. All of my socials to follow me anywhere else are in the description. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!